Good morning to all of you. So in the last lecture, we discussed about the fundamentals of AI as well as the syllabus, various modules that are covered under this subject. We also discussed the course rubrics regarding the deadlines of lab tasks and DAs. Today, we are going to begin with module 1. We will discuss what are the applications of AI. Now, every day, at least once a day, we interact with some application that has AI in its background. I'll give you some examples so that it will become more clear to you. So artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly relevant in the modern world where everything is driven by data and automation. So we know that we generate a lot of data. We capture photos, videos. We have certain data files. Say you're writing a project report, you're saving it as a file. So we have those files with us. A lot of data is being generated as well as it is transmitted. And there is a world of automation where many things need to be automated because of lack of manpower to handle that enormous amount of data. It is used extensively across many fields such as image recognition, robotics, search engines, and self-driving cars. So we will discuss applications in a domain-wise manner. So these are application domains. AI in marketing, banking, finance, agriculture, healthcare, gaming, space exploration, autonomous vehicles, chatbots, and artificial creativity. Only 10 domains are listed, but if you just Google AI in and you can type the field, you'll get some application. Like if you Google AI in sports, you'll get some application, some use of AI over there. AI in hardware design, you will get some application. Okay, so likewise, AI is now applicable in various domains. So it has very large number of domains to be covered, but we will discuss only 10 of them. So in marketing, okay, so like in early 2000s, if you want to search something in the online store, say eBay, at that time eBay was there, and if you don't know the exact name of the product, then it is very difficult to locate that product on the website. Okay, but now if we search an item on any e-commerce store, we get all possible results related to that item. Even if you don't know the exact name, the similar products are popped up. Like now in Amazon, I have seen this thing that if you're doing the grocery shopping, if you don't know the exact name of certain item, you know the regional language name of that certain item, then AI makes it possible to bring the correct product as a recommendation to that particular search. So how it happens? Because the AI can understand what the user wants to say and it brings up the correct result. Now it has increased the productivity, isn't it? Because if the correct product is shown, then there is more probability that the user will buy that product instead of showing nothing or some wrong product. Okay, so it's like these search engines read our minds. In a matter of seconds, we get a list of all relevant items. An example of this is finding the right movies on Netflix. So this also you can do this if you don't know the exact name of the movie, but you type the description, it will show you the correct movie. Okay, so this is marketing application of AI in marketing, in banking. Okay. So if you visit the websites of SBI, HDFC, ICICI, and more prominent banks in India as well as abroad, nowadays you will find a chatbot over there where you can type the query and the chatbot will help you. Earlier, it was not possible. You have to call the customer care and there may be waiting for you, like a queue is there, and it may take more time to address your query. As well as from their side, they have to employ so many voice assistants or voice agents who can support to the customer. Now what happened is these chatbots, they take care of the common queries, general queries, and if there is something that is not solvable by agent, then it is transferred to the human agent. Okay, if it is not solvable by AI-based agent, then it is transferred to the human agent. So AI in banking is growing faster than you thought. A lot of banks have already adopted AI-based systems to provide customer support, detect anomalies, and credit card frauds. So what is anomaly? Anomaly is like, say there is one customer of a bank, monthly spends of that customer in that particular bank account is say 20,000 rupees a month. Suddenly, in 1 month, that customer spends around 5 lakh. Okay, so there is a huge difference, 20,000 and 5 lakh. So this is anomaly. So the bank may become suspicious about this activity, whether that same guy is using the account or some different guy. So that the account is hacked or what. So internally, these AI-based agents, they keep on checking the patterns, shopping patterns. Then credit card frauds, like the credentials are stolen and that credit card is used at different shopping locations where it was never used and the frequency is high. So the bank becomes suspicious in that case because the customer may be unaware. Maybe the customer is not getting the alerts, but the credit card is swiped and the money is spent. So AI-based agents can help over there. So HDFC bank always already uses this particular AI-based chatbot called EVA, built by Bengaluru-based company called SenseForth AI Research. Since its launch, EVA has addressed over 3 million customer queries, interacted with over 500,000 unique users, and held over 1 million conversations. EVA can collect knowledge from thousands of sources and provide simple answers in less than 0.4 seconds. So this is pretty quick and it has got a knowledge database. So at the backend, there is knowledge. There is something like there are many ways of asking the same question because we use English in different ways. So same question can be asked by different in different words. So if the answer is same, then the agent should understand that okay, the what customer is asking for and whether that information is available in the data set or not. Okay, so that information can be conveyed. Another use is the use of AI for fraud prevention. It is not a new concept. In fact, AI solutions can be used to enhance security across a number of business sectors, including retail and finance. By tracing card usage and endpoint access, security specialists are more effectively preventing fraud. Okay. Organizations rely on AI to trace those steps by analyzing the behaviors of transactions. Companies such as MasterCard and RBS WorldPay have relied on AI and deep learning to detect fraudulent transaction patterns and prevent card fraud for years now. This has saved millions of dollars because see, if customer is not aware and if the fraud is happening, then there should be some mechanism to stop that fraud. Okay, so these AI-based agents, they do a fantastic job over here to save millions of dollars these clients. Next is finance. Okay, so in finance, the direct application is prediction. Okay. Ventures have been relying on computers and data scientists to determine future patterns in the market. So if you know the stock market, in stock market, the price of a stock or share, it varies. Okay, and no one can predict exactly that what will be the price of certain stock tomorrow. Okay, there are many factors which determine the price of stock tomorrow. Also, in a day, say the stock XYZ is there, its price may start at 500. It may go down. It may go to 450, or it may go up to 550. Okay, so there are many factors. News is also one of the prevalent factor that how the price of stock varies. So there are some people who learn all these things and they can invest very well in the stock market. They can predict the price of certain stock. So how they do? They do with the help of information, but information is not enough. How the decisions are taken based on that information, that is important. And what helps them? So what is there inside human brain? There is a neural network. Okay, there is a huge number of neurons, and those neurons learned that if this is the information, this is how I should act. Should I buy or should I sell or should I do nothing? These decisions are taken by that neural network. It means that this is the experience of a person. So can we mimic the experience of one person with the help of neural network in a computer? Can we mimic the experience of 100 guys who are experts at stock market, and with the help of 100 guys, if we take the decision, can we make the profit out of it? So this is very, very powerful concept. So machines can accumulate the experience of say 100 guys, and they can give the prediction in more correct way. So machines are great at this because they can crunch a huge amount of data patterns in the past data and predict how these patterns in the age of ultra high frequency to improve their stock trading performance and boost profit. But day by day, they are improving their system. Leading brokerage house. So the company has been reluctantly pursuing one goal: to analyze the insights of experienced stock traders with the help of computers. After years of research, Nomura is set to introduce a new stock trading system. The new system stores a vast amount of price and trading data in its computer. By tapping into this reservoir of information, it will make assessments. For example, it may determine the current market conditions are similar to conditions 2 weeks ago and predict how share prices will be changing a few minutes down the line. This will help to take better trading decisions based on the predicted market prices. Okay, so this has got very good market, or very high demand is there for such a systems for the traders. Then another domain is agriculture. So we know that It is alarming fact that world will need to produce 50% more food by 2050. So, like if we are producing 100%, we need 150% by 2050, and the cultivable land is limited. So we have to increase the yield. Okay, we have to increase the amount of yield that is produced from the cultivated land. So the only way this can be possible if we use our resources more carefully. So AI can help farmers to get more from the land while using resources more sustainably. Issues such as climate change, population growth, and food security concerns have pushed the industry into seeking more innovative approaches to improve crop yield. Like sometimes there are some diseases on crop. Say cotton plant is there are certain diseases. So in the beginning of disease, if the farmer comes to know that okay, this disease is going to develop, then farmer can take the actions and can prevent the disease. So deep learning based systems are there, which are developed and they are still developing, where the farmer can take the photograph and the system, the app will suggest that okay, this is the disease that may happen. So you have to use these pesticides to prevent that particular disease. Organizations are using automation and robotics to help farmers find more efficient ways to protect their crops from weeds. Blue River Technology has developed a robot called See and Spray, which uses computer vision technology such as object detection to monitor and precisely spray weedicide on cotton plants. So, depending on the requirement, this particular robot will spray the weedicide. Now, what happens? The farmers, they purchase the pesticide or weedicide, and they spray it over all the plants. Okay, so there is wastage of money, wastage of weedicide, wastage of time. So these smart devices will identify the areas which are affected, and in only those areas the pesticide or weedicide can be sprayed. So precision spraying can help prevent herbicide resistance. So herbicide resistance means uh, the plant become resistant to these external medicines, and once it becomes resistant, the disease still grows and it ends up into not better quality yield. Okay, so the quality of yield is not good, the output is not better. Apart from this, Berlin-based agricultural tech startup called Pete has developed an application called Plantix that identifies potential defects and nutrient deficiencies in the soil through images. So this is powerful, like through images itself. So this is non-invasive. We are not going. We are not taking the sample of soil. Just through image, if we can know the defects and nutrient deficiencies, so this is really powerful technology. This is again based on AI. Next is healthcare. So it is very important domain. So when it comes to saving our lives, a lot of organizations and medical care centers are relying on the AI. There are many examples of how AI in healthcare has helped patients all over the world. An organization called Cambio Health Care developed a clinical decision support system for stroke prevention that can give the physician a warning when there is a patient at risk of having heart stroke. So in India, heart strokes are common, very high number of persons, they are having the heart stroke. So such a system, say there is a wearable jacket, and if the person is expected to have the heart attack or heart stroke, if the physician is alerted, we can save many lives in this case. Okay, so again, AI-based system works over here. Another such example is Koila Life, which is a company that has a digitized device that can find cardiac diseases. So, okay, cardiac arrest or attack is there, that is different thing. If you want to analyze the diseases, then this Koila Life, uh, the company which given the device that helps over there. Then similarly, AI Flow is developing a system for keeping track of how people are doing in nursing home, home care, etc. Say there is someone in home isolation, and there are various vital parameters which need to be monitored periodically. And if they are not monitored for long duration of time, and the person becomes sick, and then it becomes critical at the end. So the system, if it helps to track the vital parameters of certain patient, it is really appreciated. Next is gaming. So this is interesting. So there are some games where we can play against the AI-based agents. So over the past few years, AI has become an integral part of gaming industry. In fact, one of the biggest accomplishments of AI is in gaming industry. DeepMind's AI-based AlphaGo software, which is known for defeating Lee Sedol, the world champion in the game of Go, is considered to be one of the most significant accomplishments in the field of AI. Okay, so this AlphaGo software, it played against the world champion. It defeated the world champion. So see the power of AI. Even if you play the chess game of chess against the computer, there are certain levels. So say easy, intermediate, advanced, like that. So in easy, the computer will not play with that much of experience, okay, or that much of what you say expertise. If you go for advanced level, you can realize that it is really difficult to defeat the computer or AI-based agent. The actions taken by the opponent AI are unpredictable because the game is designed in such a way that opponents are trained throughout the game and never repeat the same mistake. So this is really important. These agents never repeat the same mistake. They learn from the mistakes. So this is something called as reinforcement learning, where if the agent wins, it is rewarded. If it loses, it is punished, and it is made to learn from the mistake. And also it is made to learn from the victories. So they get better as the game gets harder. This makes the game very challenging and prompts the players to constantly switch strategies and never sit in the same position. So we are going to design one game where AI-based agent will be there as opponent, and we will be playing that game. Simple game, but yes, we are going to see this live in a hands-on implementation way. Next is space exploration. So this is important, where the human intervention is less, and we have to explore certain area. So at the time, we can use AI-based agents. So space expeditions and discoveries always require analyzing vast amounts of data. AI and machine learning is the best way to handle and process data on this scale. After rigorous research, astronomers use AI to sift through years of data obtained by the Kepler telescope in order to identify a distant 8-planet solar system. So if human being is there to analyze that data, which is years of data, it will take a lot of time. A lot of human beings are required. A lot of what you say computational resources are also required. But here, the AI-based agent is trained, and it has analyzed that there is certain solar planet system, another planet system. Okay, so this is pretty useful. Another thing is say there is some mission, a space mission called Mars, on Mars, suppose, and someone is sending the images from Mars surface. Those images are of very high quality. So we need to analyze those images. We can use machine learning over there to analyze and to learn from those images. So artificial intelligence is also being used for NASA's next rover mission to Mars. Okay, so they planned in 2020, that is Mars 2020 rover. The AEGIS, which is an AI-based Mars rover, is already on the radar plant. The rover is responsible for autonomous targeting of cameras in order to perform investigations on Mars. Next is autonomous vehicles. So you might have heard about Tesla's autonomous car. So the longest time self-driving cars have been a buzzword in the AI industry. So why these autonomous cars are useful? There are some elderly persons who cannot drive